and welcome back to Proactive New York. Joining me today is Jeff Szyperski, CEO at Chesapeake Bank. Jeff, it's great to see you again. How are you?
Tina, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Jeff, you must be quite happy as the group was recently named as one of the top 200 community banks in the nation by American Banker. This is the 14th year in a row, so you must be feeling pretty accomplished.
Yeah, we came in at 117 this year, Christine. We always tell senior management and the staff, it's not necessarily a goal that we strive for, but it's a byproduct of what we do. They determine it based on a 3-year rolling average equity. And so return on equity is a key metric for us that we pay a lot of attention to because we think it's a very good proxy for how well we do for our shareholders. So it's edifying to get it. That we get it every year. It's not anything we strive for, but the fact that an external measure shows something that we pay attention to and we think we do well is nice.
From your view, what kind of drove top performance for banks for the year?
You know, it was a weird year in a bunch of different arenas, as you well know. For us, it was we have a strong mortgage origination presence, and that was just white hot, continues to be white hot. It's been that way for 12 months. And also you sprinkle on top of that, we did about 1,400 paycheck protection program loans between rounds 1, 2, and 3. And the fees associated those for round 1, we fully realized all of those now. They've come in, we still have not realized the round 3 fees yet because they were still in process. But those two were primarily the two main drivers. And I think a lot of banks on the PPP front had similar experiences. And those that are in the mortgage business, it is what it is. It's just so busy right now with the low rates. It was refinance business. Now it's construction and purchase stuff. So it has continued on.
Thanks for letting us know about that. And I do want to get to some more recent accomplishments by the bank. You recently closed on a subordinated debt issue. So what does that mean for the bank?
We did. For us, the rates for subordinated debt which is a proxy for capital within the banking world, had gotten so inexpensive that we kept saying, we're not going to do it. We don't need it. But we did think at this stage in our career of our lives, it was good to lock in on about $20 million of that to add additional capital to the bank because we've had a lot of growth starting with the pandemic and deposits coming in from PPP, stimulus, all that sort of stuff. And we're also going to carve out about $5 million of it and keep that at our holding company for potential stock buybacks that we think will be accretive to shareholders who want to stay in the game, but we think there's a market for that for us, for our stock right now. So it's really a dual play for us, but we think it just gives us some flexibility from a financial perspective in the current environment.
Excellent. Yeah, definitely great for shareholders there. So in terms of the months ahead, we potentially might see the Fed start to hike interest rates. What's your view on that?
My personal opinion is I think with stock markets being at a record high, the mortgage markets continuing to be white hot, I think I know they pushed it off or they pulled it in from 2023 to 2022. I think if we can get rid of some of the labor constraints that all industries are feeling now, I think the economy is set to take off. I saw an economist from Bank of America last week said our economy is currently like a coiled up spring waiting to. So we'll see that. I think rising interest rates are good, would be good for us, would be good for all banks actually to get us out of this compressed margin world that we've been living in for quite a while.
Right, that's right. Jeff, great to see you and congrats again on this ranking.
Thank you very much, Christine. Great talking with you as usual.